I am Gregor Paul from the New Zealand Herald, here again with Wyn Gray, talking rugby, talking the Crusaders and Hurricanes. A list of paper, got their names on it. Should I just stroke them off now? Do you think? Crusaders, Hurricanes? Bin them?
It's looking a little awkward for them at this stage, we might say. No, I'm not going to bin them. I'm not going to bin the Crusaders.
Nah, clearly not.
Hurricanes, I'm not so sure about. I didn't fancy them at the start of the season. I don't know that I do anymore now. They've had the most difficult start, though, I think, of the New Zealand teams, going away to Africa, trying to do the business over there. So I'm not sure. I'll reserve a bit of judgment about them. The Crusaders, well, they start slowly every year, don't they? This is the defence that they put out. But there was also talk that they'd changed up their routines and all this sort of thing. I mean, do you see anything that remotely looks different from last season?
No, not enough, no. What would worry me more than anything, they've got 3 first fives in that squad, and we'll be game 3 and we'll see the third one given a run out. That troubles me. What's pre-season for if it's not to identify your key positions? You look at the Chiefs. They have a bit of rotation around the edges to keep guys fresh, but down the core of the team, Retallick, Messam, Cruden play pretty much all the time when they're fit to play. Don't muck around with your number 10. Pick one, stick with them, keep going.
Blues went through the same thing this year, didn't they? Which to me was a great head scratcher. I mean, why not settle on someone? We know, okay, Noakes was injured and coming back from that, but get someone in there, get them working, get them learning, get them playing. And yeah, when I see Tom Taylor and Blyandale and Slade probably all going to get a go. I mean, the players around must wonder, what are we doing this week?
Well, that's the thing. I think it becomes a bit unsettling, particularly for senior guys like McCaw and Reid, who are used to an All Black environment where the selectors or the coaches say, we know what we're doing here, this guy's playing, and everyone goes, great, that's the right guy. When you chop and change, they must be thinking, why? Why don't we pick one guy, stick with him, and go with it? That's what troubles me about Super Rugby coaching at the moment, is there's too much chop and change.
Okay, answer me another one about chopping and changing at the Crusaders that has me a bit curious, is Israel Dagg.
Yeah.
All Black fullback.
Yeah.
Plays a game to start with that was average, then gets the drop kick.
Yeah.
Comes back on as a wing in the next game. Do you see this as being valuable?
No, I don't. Look, if there's a problem with All Black guys coming back in from pre-season a bit late, I get that. If that's the case and you're not sure about them, build them in slowly. If you've got concerns, put them on the bench to start with. Give him 20 minutes, give him half an hour, let him play his way slowly into it, and then week 3, week 4, week 5, whatever, you pick him and go, right, you're ready now. We've integrated you properly. But don't do the whole throw him in, take him out, throw him in. My worry for the Crusaders will be if they don't give him stability and if they don't find out a game plan that uses him properly, which the All Blacks do, and he's world class, what's Israel going to do? Is he going to hang around, or is he going to say...
His interest is going to drop, isn't it? And he's going to think, now which franchise would like me next year where I'll give them some value for money?
Yeah, I think the thing with all of these All Blacks is they get hammered by us and by the public for not delivering during Super Rugby, and I don't think that they like that. I don't think that they deliberately go out to not play as well as they can in Super Rugby. And I think the issue is not so much with the players. I think there's a big issue in terms of how well do Super Rugby coaches use some of their best players. Okay. Have the Crusaders got a game plan that says our strike runner is Israel Dagg? How do we get him into the game to break the line and create space, and we score tries off him?
Along those lines, here's one from the Hurricanes then. Should they be using Adi Savia some more, especially with injuries to Victor Vito and Brad Shields?
Possibly. The worry for him is he's very young and he's not that big, and they worry he'll get, in Africa in particular, he'll get smashed to smithereens and he'll come home and go, oh, well, I can't play now. So you look at the way the Hurricanes used Cruden in his final year with the Hurricanes. They used him very sparingly until he'd sort of found a level of comfort with a physical, because he's not a big man and he was getting hammered a wee bit, and they used him bit by bit until they felt comfortable, and then they picked him from the start, and he actually played pretty well that year. I wonder if they've got the same plan in mind with Savea, just expose him a wee bit, keep him away from some of the big yappies who probably...
One more curiosity about the Hurricanes. They were hanging in that game. They were, you know, with 10 minutes to go, they were doing all right. Then they subbed people like Perenara. Now, Perenara was playing particularly well, particularly strongly. He went off. The game sort of disintegrated. They lost a line out on their line. Game over.
Again,
what do you think of these late subs?
Yeah, look, I don't like them. I think coaches get it into their heads because maybe they're getting a little bit of feedback from what they're seeing, or they've got some computer printout giving them data back. And I kind of wonder sometimes they're thinking, oh, he's done 70, he'll be heaving as long as he doesn't. We need to manage him. We've got to play him next week. Forget all that. The guy's going well, and you need him on the park. Keep him on the park. Worry about next week. A guy like Perenara can run for 80. Keep him on the field.
It's a bit like coaches need to be a bit like players, don't you think? That they need to play what is in front of them, not what they've learned on the blackboard.
That is about the best thing that you've said, maybe in your entire time at the Herald win.
I won't say anything more then.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
Hey guys, here with the back three, Tavita Lee and Frank Olai. Just going to get to know a bit more about them. Obviously, you know, we'll start with the young buck here first. Tavita, you know, you had your first game last week. Obviously, you played well. How did it all feel?
It was good having you guys, your guys' support and backing me. It was really good. Just honoured to play with you.
We just got a tweet in. Fans want to know, you know, what's the thing on your teeth that's pretty shiny?
I just always keep it shiny, so when I smile, it just attracts the girls to see their look, or it just attracts people.
Yeah, I find it quite hard to look at you because it's like shining in my face. And we got Frank here. Frank, you know, you had an awesome game. Can you tell us about your nickname, Tank? How'd you get that nickname?
Short for Tank.
I think the boys just called me Tank. Easily run over people. But,
I wish I had that attribute. Oh, that's pretty good. How's it been having Tavita joining the team? Obviously, you guys are your buddy or / mentor. How's that going? Is he a good young kid, or is he listening? Or
yeah, he's a good roomie too. He used to make me a cup of tea every night.
Oh, nice.
Lucky to have him as a roomie.
Is that all? Oh, sweet.
Tavita, you know, first time here to South Africa. You know, how have you found it so far?
It's good. We're staying at a good hotel. Learning how to play pokies with Frank.
Yes.
So trying to get some money.
Obviously, there's you know, the land of South Africa's you know, rich of milk and honey here, and the animals are very beautiful. What's your favorite animal?
Horse.
Horse.
Yeah.
Horse stallion.
Lottie horse.
What about you, Frank?
I'll go same as Tavita.
I think that's all of us. So what's your favorite animal?
Maybe a lion. You know, the king of the jungle.
Oh,
But yeah, well, you've heard it from the horses next to me. Stay safe, please, nation.